Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybass.com. In today's lesson, it's the first of a two-parter, by the way. We're going to look at the first half of With a Little Help from My Friends by the Beatles, bass line by Paul McCartney, of course. Now, originally I was just going to teach this, just the main parts, kind of the verse, the chorus, the bridge, and then leave you to put them all together to play through the entire song. But McCartney plays little subtle variations throughout each of the sections that I thought, as I got into it, I thought actually I'm going to teach it from start to finish. So that's why I've split it into two. This first lesson will take us through about the first half of the song and take us to the end of the first bridge. Before we get into the first verse, which is where the bass comes in, if you're not already a subscriber to my free monthly easing, click the link that's underneath this video, head over and subscribe. You'll get a sequence or a series of song lessons, song tutorials in PDF and video format as a thank you for subscribing, plus there's a monthly song tutorial in video and PDF format as well. All that material is exclusively for subscribers. All it takes is your email address, so click that link and go and do that. And then come back here and we'll get started with where the bass comes in, which is verse 1. The verse is an 8-bar section. Chords are pretty simple, going from E to an F sharp minor again to a B, and back to E. Now, what's interesting is how McCartney plays it different every time. So his first time through, the first 4 bars, he's playing something like this: 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we'll look through the notes there. Starting off, E, 9th fret of the G string, D sharp at the 8th fret, C sharp at the 6th fret, F sharp, the 9th fret of the A string, then up to the octave F sharp, 11th fret of the G string, back to B at the 9th fret of the D string, and then that last bar was E, the 9th fret of the G string, F sharp at the 11th fret, back to E, to C sharp and B, 11th and 9th frets of the D string. In the second 4 bars, the chord progression repeats. This time we're going to play something like this. And then down to D, that's the first note of the chorus, which we'll do in the next section. So what we're playing this time, playing E, 7th fret of the A string, to B, 9th fret of the D string again, up to F sharp, and that run, so F sharp at the 9th fret of the A string, then we've got B, C sharp, 9th and 11th frets of the D string, up to the octave E at the 9th fret of the G string, back to F sharp, 9th fret of the A string, B, the 9th fret of the D string, and then the final bar we're playing E, just E in its octave, 7th and 9th frets of the A and G string. We're playing low. So we're playing a low one, high one, low one, high, low. And that last low is a swung 8th note. And then we're down to D, as I said, first note of the chorus. That's the next section we're going to look at, so let's go and look at the chorus. Okay, the chorus is an 8-bar section, or chorus 1 is an 8-bar section. I'll play through the first 4 bars and then we'll talk through those. Okay, so what we're playing is we're playing D, D, A, D. And that's the 5th and 7th frets of the A and the D string. So D, D, A, D. And then we've got we're going to play 4 E's and then another D, 7th and 5th frets of the A string. Okay, that'd be the first 2 bars. The next bar is a repeat of the first bar. So you've got 2 D's, A, D, and then the 4th bar we're going to go E, D, C sharp, B. and you've got E, 7th fret of the A string, D is the 5th fret, C sharp the 4th fret, B at the 7th fret of the E string. That leaves us 4 more bars, the last one of which we don't play. So these are the 3 bars we do play: 2, 3, 4. So we're playing A, 5th fret of the E string, C sharp E, 4th and 7th frets of the A string, C sharp B, 4th and 7th frets of the A and E string. That's the first bar. And then we've got to get up to there, E, 7th fret of the A string. We're going to play. So we're playing E, 7th fret of the A string, octave E at the 9th fret of the G string, D natural, the 7th fret of the D string, C sharp, the 6th fret of the G string, and then B and A, 9th and 7th frets of the D string, back to B, the 9th fret of the D string. So I'll play the last 3 bars again. And then we hold that B for a bar, drop out for a bar, and then we're into verse 2. Just heard verse 2 with the backing track. 8 bars again, same chord progression: E, F sharp minor, B, back to E. I'll play through it in 4 bar sections. So the first 4 bars we're going to play. Okay, so note wise we've got start off E and B again, 7th and 9th frets of the A and D string. Then we're going up to F sharp. We're going to play. So we're playing F sharp, and then we're sliding to G sharp rather, 13th fret of the G string, and then that run is F sharp, E, C sharp, 11, 9 of the G, 11th of the D. Then we're going to play F sharp, B, 9th frets of the A and the D string, and then we're back down to the E chord, and we're going to play, which is E, 7th fret of the A string, the octave at the 9th fret of the G string, and then C sharp and B, 6th fret of the G string, 9th fret of the D string. So let's move on to the second 4 bars, and they should sound something like this: 2, 3, 4. Okay, and again that D's the first note of the next chorus. So we're again starting out with E and B, 7th and 9th fret of the A and D string. Then we're going to play F sharp. This time there's a little, in the first time through, there's no drop out of the notes, everything holds together. But the second time through it will sound like this. Now you could slide into it if you want, but there's a definite pause between there and there. The notes are the same: G sharp, F sharp, E, C sharp. Takes you back down to F sharp and B, and then we've got a D sharp, 6th fret of the A string before we get to E, and then we're just going to play E and its octave. So that's the second chorus, second verse, please excuse me. Of course you can cross-check that against the little play along at the start of this section of the tutorial. The next section is a 6-bar chorus, chorus 2. Let's go and move on and look at that. Chorus 2 is similar to chorus 1, but it's only 6 bars long, as I just said, and it sets up the bridge. I'll play through the entire 6 bars and we'll talk through it. As I said, it's very similar to what we learned for chorus 1. 2, 3, 4. bridge, that C sharp. So what we've got, D, A, so we're going from D natural to A, and then we're going A to D sharp, the 6th fret of the A string, before we get to E in the second bar, and then we're going to play, which is E, 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 C sharp at the 4th fret of the A string. Then we're going to repeat the first bar, which is 2 D naturals, 2 A's, a D sharp, then we're back to E. We're going to play E, 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 C sharp, 4th fret of the A string again, and then back to A. We're going to play A at the 7th fret of the D string, C sharp, E, 4th and 7th frets of the A string, C sharp, B, 4th and 7th frets of the A and E string, and then 4 E's, which will lead us to the bridge. That section's reasonably straightforward. Again, you can cross-reference with the start of the chorus to just double-check the notes against the backing track. But that sets us up for the bridge, lyric, Do You Need Anybody? That's the last section for part 1 of the tutorial. Let's move on and look at the bridge. Just heard the 8-bar bridge, another 8-bar section with the backing track. Split it into 2 4-bar sections. The first 4 bars sound something like this. So what we've got, C sharp minor chord, we're going to play C sharp, the 4th fret of the A string, the octave, 6th fret of the G string, 2 B's and a G sharp, 4th fret of the G string, 6th fret of the D string. Then we're going to play F sharp, 4th fret of the D string, another F sharp, D sharp, C sharp, 6th and 4th frets of the A string. So those 2 bars should sound like this. And then we've got simple bars, mostly quarter notes, E, E, D, D, A, 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 7th and 5th frets of the A string for E and D, 7th fret of the D string for A. That's the first 4 bars. The second 4 bars, slight variation, mostly in the last bar, should sound like this. The 4 bars, 2, 3, 4. And then we'd be into another verse, which will be in part 2. So what we're doing, the first 2 bars of the second 4 bars of the bridge, in fact the first 3 bars, so bars 5, 6 and 7 are identical to the first time through, and the variation comes here where we're going to play. So what McCartney's doing is going from A to E, and finishing on a quarter note A. That's the 7th fret of the D and the A string for those A and E notes. And then we're back to E and B, next verse, that we'll cover in part 2. So start learning those and we'll finish off the song when we get to part 2 of the tutorial next week.